Hi everyone, this is Sean's Mandarin Chinese. This video is a lesson which teaches how to count in Mandarin Chinese from 1 to 10, and it'll also highlight some of the special numbers in Mandarin Chinese between the range 1 to 10, some things to consider when using them. Okay, so let's dive right into it. Here are all 10 of the words for 1 to 10, and I will say them each slowly in succession. So let's start with the first one. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10. So Chinese children can say these very quickly. They will say 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10, which is a quicker way of saying it. But those are the basic numbers, and the next slides I'll show some considerations, some things to remember when using them. Okay, so the first special case to consider is the character for 1, which is naturally pronounced E. The tone of this, so that's the first tone, the tone of this can adjust based on the next character. So if you say it by itself, it's just E, okay? But if you're saying it in a natural language sentence, for example, you could say a person, 一个人, you'll notice that this is switched to the second tone. The reason is that this character over here, 个, which is a classifier, is naturally pronounced in the fourth tone. And in order to allow the tones to progress more smoothly, the way the language works is that this E will switch to a second tone. 一个人, 一个人. Here's another example. 家人 means family. 一家人 means a family. And in this context, the first tone here is preceded by a first tone. 一家人. However, in this next one, I have 生, which is also the first tone, and the E before it has switched to a fourth tone. This is just because this is a particular phrase. 一生一世 means a whole lifetime. It's rather a romantic way of saying that, I guess. 一生一世. Notice the E has switched twice to two different tones that are neither of them are its natural tone in order to accommodate the following words. And finally, if the next character is a third tone, like 起, it'll stay its natural tone. 一起, 一起 means together. The next special case to consider is R. And at this point, you may be thinking, well, if 1 and 2 are both special cases, aren't they all? Luckily for us, that's not the case. So R means 2. When you're counting in Chinese, you will just say R. So for example, 1、2、3, 1, 2, 3. And when you're numbering something, you'll also use R. So if you know how to number something, for example, the first or the second, you'll know that it's D-E and D-R. So R is still the way to pronounce it. But there's a but here. When you have a sentence like I see 2 people, you don't use R. You won't say 我看到2个人. It's actually 两. So these two words both mean 2, R and 两, but they're used in different contexts. And when and where to use which one is quite tricky. I'll probably do another video at some point about that, just on that topic. But the point is, if you practice it and you see enough examples, you'll get to know which one to use. So 我看到2个人 means I see 2 people. And as I said, learning which one takes practice. Okay, finally, there's another special case, and that is the word 四. So if you go onto Wikipedia and you look up numbers in Chinese culture, you'll see that actually a lot of numbers have significance for a number of reasons, right? I'm not going to go into each number, but I feel it's worthwhile talking about 四, just because you need to pronounce it properly, or it can mean something unlucky. So 四 is actually considered an unlucky number in Mandarin Chinese, and Cantonese actually, as far as I know, because it's pronounced similar to the word 死, which means to die. So just like in how Western culture, back when people were more superstitious, I guess, we were concerned about the number 13, and we would even build buildings without a 13th floor. Similarly, in China, there are some buildings without a 4th floor because 4 is pronounced similar to the word 死, and that would be unlucky. So just make sure when you say 4 that you pronounce it in the sharp descending 4th tone. And that consideration, making sure that you pronounce a word in the correct tone, is actually something that should carry over to all of your Mandarin Chinese speaking, because almost all of the words, if pronounced in the wrong tone, can either mean something else or could be misunderstood or are just plain dull when heard. So those are all the special cases. Thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful for you.